Draymond Green.
What's going on?
What's going on? So, for those of you that haven't heard, Warriors were playing the Suns last night, and Draymond Green is, in his words, trying to sell a call.
Yeah.
Flails his arms wildly and punches Nurkic in the face.
Yes.
Gets ejected. After the game, Draymond Green says,
He was pulling my hip, and I was swinging away to sell the call. Made contact with him. As you know.
And so here I have many questions for you. I mean, first of all, do we believe him? Do you think that's what's going on? Second of all, remember, we had a lot of fun in the offseason when they came up with the rules against flopping.
Yep.
STEM.
The STEM rules.
What is it? Secondary theatrical
exaggerated movement.
Yep. And so Draymond's basically out there being like, yeah, I was flailing my arms with the windmill. They specifically referenced the windmill.
The airplane propellers is what they call it.
Yeah.
It's so bizarre. To me, Nurkic after the game said, "What's going on with him?" And I feel the same way because I'm assuming he's going to get suspended. As of this recording, nothing has come down yet from the league. But assuming he does get suspended, that means he'll have been suspended 4 times in the calendar year of 2023.
That's crazy.
It's an insane. Like at some point, it's like the line from the breakup. She doesn't have a problem. She's the problem. Like, right. Draymond doesn't have a problem. He's the problem. And I'm someone who's really been apologetic and kind of look past a lot of the things and really credit him for a lot of their success. And part of that success is him being on the edge. Mm-hmm. But he's not on the edge at this point.
Yeah, he's gone over it, I think. Because here's the thing. When somebody is sort of appears to be unraveling, obviously I haven't talked to Draymond. I don't know what's going on, but something is clearly going on just from these actions. And how many times was he suspended before 2023?
Twice.
And now
So you had the game in the finals.
Yep.
And then there was a team suspension from his argument with Kevin Durant.
Right.
And then so that's like 2018, 2019, that one, and 2016 was the one in the finals.
And now all of a sudden it's 2023, calendar year 4.
Right. And that's obviously coming off the heels of what happened at the end of 2022 when he punched Jordan Poole. He didn't get suspended for that, but obviously that was a pretty big mile marker in the calendar, right?
Yeah.
In the timeline. So I'm at a point where I wonder if this is kind of a culmination of a feeling of infallibility, right? That I can do anything and it's not that big of a deal. Because oftentimes people who have a problem, they're always in denial, right? Like if you have not
first step
like a
is admitting.
admitting that you have a problem. Like, it's not that big deal. Like, I don't, or like, hey man, you smoke a lot. I have one every once in a while, but
right.
If you're doing that, if you're constantly, and I feel like every time he talks, even here, he apologized to Jusuf Nurkic, but it's a lot of, I'm selling my calls, and so it's like, dude, at some point you gotta be like, man, I'm messing up.
Right, there's absolutely no accountability on his part. I also feel like when you say it's infallibility, I also feel like it almost reminds me of like a kid purposely testing the limits of somebody who's like going up against something.
I don't think he's testing limits anymore. I think he feels limitless.
There is no limit.
There is
the limit does not exist.
Yeah.
The limit does not exist.
Thank you. Oh, Mean Girls. I've seen that movie.
I've only seen that movie like once, I think. But yes,
it's a good one.
Yes, it's not someone saying, I wonder if I can get away with this. It's the kid whose parents are like drinking at 4 p.m. and like, it just don't be too late, and then they don't care. They come back at 1 a.m. and the parent is
there
knocked
have
out on
been
the
no
couch.
Boundaries, so why would he adhere to them now?
And so I don't want to overreact, but there is a part of this where it's like, do you get it? Are you familiar with the concept of like, or are you saying, man, I don't know why everyone's making such a big deal of it. I'll give you a great example. It's a famous example from when I worked for the Suns. Robin Lopez, who used to have an awful temper, and like awful temper, hated losing anything. Lost a little like BS 3-on-3 game that they were doing after practice. Him and some of the other young guys, whatever, got angry because because Jaron Collins was, JC, I'm putting you out there. He's talking trash, and the last thing he said as he hit the game winner was game blouses, right? From the Prince Chappelle Show skit. Robin gets angry, goes up the stairs, and as he's coming out, slams the door. The door shatters.
Oh, boy.
It's a glass door. It shatters. By the way, it has one of those hydraulic things so that you can't slam it. So, like, the amount of force to be able to do that is... And Robin, he got fined by the team, and they had a sit-down, and I'll never forget this. And, Robin, I love you. He said, if the door was metal, we wouldn't even be talking about this right now. Now,
so Draymond's like, if everybody in the league were metal, we wouldn't be talking about this right now.
It's like I can't hit someone like, but the moral of the story is, Robin eventually realized that it wasn't on that day, but he eventually realized, man, I'm kind of out of control, and was able to harness it, and has had a marvelous career. 19. So this is 18th year.
It's crazy.
Something like that, right?
Yeah.
So. Clearly, we're not talking about Draymond's career being over. I'm just saying there's a part of it that's like, you have to recognize, dude, it is detrimental at this point.
Yeah, I guess so. Part of me wonders, do you think this is partly because he is coming closer to the end? Like, it's closer to being over than it ever has been before.
We were on Le Batard show earlier, and Dan wondered that. Is it the feeling that maybe not his career,
it's like
but
closing in on you,
the window is closing of
like
us being successful in the IT team or whatever. I don't know. I think it's just someone who's operated with zero boundaries, and now it's spilling over everywhere, and without there being something for him to say, "Oh, that's not good."
Yeah.
Not I'm selling calls. Not the kid said this. Not Rudy's a jerk, and I've always not always. There's a justification. There's got to be a point where it's like, dude, I'm letting my team down.
I want to know what the team's like. I feel like the team has had Draymond's back for the most part in a lot of this, and at a certain point, like behind closed doors.
Yeah. Steve Kerr's in front of closed doors, in front of open doors, whatever you want to call it. Quote, we need him. We need Draymond. He knows that. We've talked to him. He's got to find a way to keep his poise and be out there for his teammates.
Yeah.